Hello, my dear church boys, and welcome back to St. Robert's Daygame Podcast. But in this podcast episode, we are not talking about daygame. In this episode, I am talking with a girl I used to date when last summer for 3 months I lived in Ukraine. She's actually from Kharkiv, Ukraine, and this is her story of how the war started, everything she went through to escape Ukraine, how she visited her friend just to have a cup of coffee. And soon after leaving her friend's apartment, their neighbor's house was literally blown up. It was bombed, and that was the day when she decided she has to leave Ukraine. The story is pretty crazy. And if you're new to my podcast, then I'm St. Robert, and for the last 4 years, I've been coaching daygame and dating full time. And for the last 2.5 years, I have been just living from city to city, from Airbnb to Airbnb, looking for places with most beautiful, most interesting, intelligent girls, and simply 3 places where I would want to live a few months each year. If on my YouTube channel I am vlogging about my adventures and posting shorter theory videos, then this podcast is the place for people who want to learn more, who want to dive deeper in different day game and dating topics, and simply whose attention span is longer than a 10-minute long YouTube video. A few updates about what's happening. I'm finally in New York City visiting Mr. T and some other friends here. After my flight from Colombia to New York City was cancelled and delayed for more than 2 days, so I'm super happy to finally be here. And on Sunday, I am finally, I hope, going back to Europe. I hope they let me on a plane with all the restrictions and everything. And I'll be in Europe until the next autumn. I have 1 coaching spot in April left. Most of May is fully booked, but starting late May until mid-June, I'm again available. So if you want to do something, if you want to get some infield coaching, then the link to find out everything and apply is in the description. Fill the form and I'll get back to you with everything. Cities, prices, and everything else. And now, let's get down to the conversation with Yana from Ukraine. Let's start this podcast with saying, fuck Putin, Slava Ukraini.
Slava.
Hey darling, how are you?
Okay.
How is Germany treating you?
How's Germany? What?
How is Germany treating you? How is everything in Germany?
Better than Ukraine.
Better than Ukraine, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And since all the beautiful girls have left Ukraine, it's so sad. Tourism will be lower because of that. Although I am going to Ukraine as soon as this ends, so I want to go to, what was that cider place where they were selling cider? What was it called?
Lviv?
No,
Oh.
in Kharkiv, the cider place, where they said not Pyanaya Vishnya, but the other one, Billy Naliv. Yeah, that was a really really cool place. So how long have you been in Germany now? How long till you got away from all the crazy shit happening in Ukraine and moved to Germany? Let's not name the city, by the way.
Maybe 3 weeks. 3.
Actually, no, naming a city is fine. Don't worry about it. 3 weeks you've been in Germany. So how is your German? Can you buy sausages and beer? Ein Bratwurst bitte, schnell.
I can find someone who buy it for me.
Are you daygaming?
Yes. It's like a fourchette, for me. Everyone wanna save a beautiful girl from Ukraine.
Of course. I actually was thinking that they're probably getting VIP treatment in every country they go to, because everyone wants to fresh girls, let's talk to them. Actually, I know that some people in the daygame community are specifically searching which cities have the most Ukrainian refugees, and then they're planning to go to those cities, which in my opinion is, well, crazy, but the market is going to do what it's going to do, so people are gonna help with buying them drinks and taking them for some dinners maybe and marrying them,
Mm.
giving that U.S. passport. Well, okay. Let's kind of move back more than a month. Let's move back more than a month to when all of this crazy shit started. And we're gonna, of course, as we did the last time we recorded this podcast, guys, because this is the second time we tried this. The first time quality sucked, and we had to redo this because of recording a podcast between Colombia and Germany is pretty hard. You need some really good hardware and software, mostly software. So we will talk about everything that happened since the war started and what was your experience since day one and how it kind of progressed from that to when did you decide to okay, this is fucking it's fucking time to leave Ukraine, and how was your journey, because when you sent me the story of your journey, how you went from Ukraine to Germany, or more specifically to Poland, that was the craziest part. That was just unbelievable. Just hearing all the crazy stuff that was happening on the way and how hard the journey was with yeah, like it's unbelievable. And we're gonna talk about how is Germany like from there to now and you said that you have something you want to say at the end, and we'll definitely cover that. Um, let me ask you before all of this thing started, because you have been in well, Russia first invaded Ukraine in 2014 with Crimea and Donbass, right? That's, I'm not messing anything up, right? And there was
Yeah.
this conflict since then, and you and other people in Ukraine told me that Ukrainians have always been ready. It's always been like, and the tensions have always been there, so you kind of knew that one day shit is gonna be bad. And then a few days before the war started, Putin already started saying some fucking loco shit, recognizing those regions as independent states, and like doing something completely crazy, and like it's pretty obvious that, oh shit. So let me ask you, how prepared were you for everything that happened? Were you expecting that this is really gonna happen, or was this still a surprise?
What I can say. You write me sometimes, yeah. Whoa, what's happening in Ukraine? You just start war starting or what? I say what? What the war? It's like unusual. Nothing happens. Yeah, I wanna get some surgery by my nasal septum, and my mom say maybe you shouldn't do this right now, because maybe 1 week later or maybe more, because you spent all your money and the war started. I said no, what war? How it could be possible? Yeah, but I still don't believe it. I mean, I don't wanna. I don't know what to say.
So before it started, you were not expecting that the war will actually start.
In 21st century, of course not. In Europe, in not someone in Africa or Iran, of course I'm not expecting it.
Okay. And can you describe the first morning when you found out that something's
Mhm.
actually started and it's like the shit is going on?
I woke up at 5:30 o'clock maybe, and I saw on my phone missing call. Um, I call back, and I hear something like it started. What? What? What gonna start in 5 o'clock? Okay, uh, the war. I don't believe in it. My parents was prepared something like this. We have our car with fuel
Fuel, yeah.
and fuel and some stuff, and they wanna go to other part of Ukraine because Kharkiv, when I lived, very very close to Russia, maybe 50 kilometers
I think
maximum.
40, something like that.
Uh-huh. And I said, no, we shouldn't leave right now. We just wanna. Maybe it's maybe some mistakes. Maybe they don't wanna get some war with us. So we live in Kharkiv. Uh,
You decided to stay in Kharkiv.
yes.
Uh, and in the beginning, I
The first,
remember. No, okay. I remember we were talking, and I asked you, so what's happening? Are you leaving or not? And you said, well, not yet, because like I don't know, maybe the war gets to Kharkiv in like a few weeks or a month, and I spend all of my money. Like maybe I should stay longer here, and you decided to stay there a bit longer. But when was the moment when you realized, oh shit, I have to go?
when the first time you hear and saw the fighters, because it's the most scary shit what I saw in my life. And I hear, I'm still afraid any planes fly. Yeah. Any loud sounds like this. Mm, what is it? Uh, I
Can you tell
go.
a story about Alina's house?
Okay. We have no any malls near our apartment when you can buy some food, maybe bread or something like this. And I go to apartment to my best friend Alina. He lives maybe 10 minutes from my apartment. Uh, walk if you walk. Um, so I go to her apartment, bring this bread, but my mom started to phone me and said that your son always asking where his mom, where is his mom, where, when she go back, and I need to go back home, not drink some coffee or something like this. Alina with her mom uh, go with me, and then uh, they go back to the apartment and fly this shit, these
The
fighters.
fighter
I
jets.
hear the sound. Yeah. The window was how's it called?
Blown out. Yeah.
No. In my apartment,
Oh, the shaking. The windows were shaking.
shaking. Yeah, shaking. And I just started to call her. She said yes, it's shit. So the fly fighters put the bombs near the apartment, and if they come back maybe 10 minutes early, they're gonna die.
Yeah.
In his apartment, crashing all windows and uh, dust everywhere. It was awful, really awful. After that day, I said the first time that we should leave Ukraine because I want to save my son.
Yeah, because you were just chilling out with your friend and drinking coffee, and like you just left on time, and it was lucky that she wasn't home, because when the fighters
Yeah.
bombed the neighbor's house, and like her apartment is basically also pretty destroyed. It's pretty fucking crazy. And
Because they said at first that they crashed down only military base, military house, or something like this, but it's lie. It's all lie.
okay, yeah, well, fuck them. They're stupid.
Mm.
um, okay, how long did it take from that moment until the time you were going to the train station?
One day,
One
I
day.
think.
Okay. And
In this
you were going.
apartment live seven people, and everyone I ask, what you gonna do? We're gonna leave. We should leave this place. Did you come with me or not? And at least only I, my mom, and my son leave Ukraine as the next day.
Okay. And everyone else stayed longer.
Yeah.
That's great. By the way, did Alina get out of Ukraine by now? Because she was going to
Right
leave.
now, yeah. She now right now she's in Poland.
Okay, great. Great to hear that. Okay, so one day later, you're going to the train station with your son and with your mom. Let's start talking about the beautiful
Oh,
train ride when you could see out the window beautiful Ukraine and what a beautiful time you had on the train. All in that is like this in the air quotes. Uh, let's start with the first train ride. So when you go to the Kharkiv train station,
it's
uh,
dangerous, you know, because it's always blows, explosion, and something like this.
even in a city back
Yep,
then.
of course.
Oh my God! So even when you were
You
going to
need
the
to drive
train,
to this rail station,
everything
okay?
was okay. Uh, so
uh,
you arrive at the train station. What was the plan? Where are you going? Or did you know which train to take, or was it like we're fucking leaving wherever we can go?
yes, wherever it's something happened, okay, it's happened. We don't know what time, well, which train, what we gonna do. Sometimes they maybe 1 hours, maybe 40 hours. You can spend all night on this rail station. It's possible because it's maybe Russian militaries want start to shoot on this
Train,
rail
yeah,
station.
or train station, yes.
Yeah.
So where was the first train going to?
We going from Kharkiv to Lviv, 25 hours
25.
from Kiev.
Okay.
It
From
was very scared because
from
Kiev
Kiev. Wait, so
also
first train was to Kiev or
no, he moves from Kiev
oh, it was going from Kiev through Kharkiv. I don't even know the
to Lviv.
geography. I don't know geography of Ukraine. Like I could not even show you. I was in Ukraine for 3 months in Kharkiv. I could not show you
Kiev is
on
the
a map.
capital, okay?
I know that, but I could not show on a map where Kharkiv is. I have spent 3 months in Serbia and four, I think even. I don't even know where Serbia is on a map. I'm really kind of not the smartest person
I
with
just I
geography.
just want to say that Kiev also bombing like Kharkiv.
Yes.
It's dangerous to
So
move
you were
from
going
Kiev.
on the train. What was the setting on a train? How was everything on a train?
So it was so awful because it was so many people in um, 22 people on a small part of this train. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know how those
Uh,
small rooms are called, but everyone knows what we're talking about. These small rooms in train, which are meant for like maybe 4 to 6 people. Four, I think, and it was 22 people in
yes,
each,
but
right?
yes, you can sleep only if you sit.
Yes.
It's just one opinion. You can move from toilet because everywhere is people. Maybe dogs, maybe cats, and something like that. It was so hot. You can buy the water. It was so scary.
So there was no water. Did you have any food on a train?
Yeah, we have some food we take with us
Okay. And was this the train that stopped at night, or was it another train?
at night. No, we just moved 25 hours to
This
Lviv
wasn't
and that's
that
all.
train which stopped at night with those crazy stories.
Oh, no,
Oh,
this
okay.
was it.
So this train ride is just very bad. No water. You have food. You cannot sleep, and you're going to Lviv.
Yep,
And then in Lviv, you're getting the next train to Poland or to border of Poland or
to Poland. Yeah. Um, we wait for the train maybe 9 hours. We stay on the rail station in Lviv. We sit on the new train from Lviv to Poland in the maybe 2 hours we should go maximum, I think. But we drive maybe 15 hours.
Mhm.
Uh, again, a lot of people, a lot of little child, maybe 3 months, 5 months, and they all crying. Or again, it's so warm. Again, you can go to the toilet, and then we stop uh, maybe 10 or 11 hours of night.
So 10 or 11
Um,
p.m. in the evening. Yeah.
yep. And you saw just like a field in your window. Train is stopped. Nobody knows what's happened. Doors closed. People start to call to police, to rail station. What's happened? What's going on? They say, just wait. We can't do anything. You think that you drive only 2 hours. Again, nobody takes the water. Maybe a little child needs the food. It's a start to panic, everyone. So we spent in this panic maybe for morning. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's happened? I just try to remember.
So how
Yeah.
long
In the
were you
morning,
standing in the field? How long was the train standing there?
11 or 12 hours we stay in this field.
Oh my God, with doors
And
closed.
yeah,
Oh my
we
God.
just can open the window. Once some volunteers drive to us and give some water, and that's all. We just wait. And you don't know what to wait. I told you, it's panic. Everyone say, no, it's Poland. Don't put any Ukrainians in Poland. You can go away. Or I don't know. It's just they lost the train. Maybe how can you lose the train? I don't know. Yeah.
So what were
In the
people
morning,
doing on a train? What was happening on a train during this night?
nothing good.
Nothing good.
Yeah, someone fight, someone loud speaks, or someone like this panics, and
So people were even
nothing. Just
fighting.
yes, because if you want to go to the toilet, you need to fight a
Fight
couple
for the
times.
right to go to the bathroom.
Yes, yes.
And you told me that people had conspiracy theories that maybe they have told the Russians where the train is and that the Russians are coming, and because you told me something like that as well, right? I think that some
I
people
told you,
were,
the people are so crazy, just panic.
yeah, they were going completely crazy, and they had all types of ideas, and there were people who were fighting and who were aggressive and who were literally going crazy. um, okay, so this crazy night passes, the morning comes, what happens next?
In the morning, we saw a lot of volunteers, maybe 9 cars drive to us. They gave us a lot of food, but you need to go for this food on the field because
Of
it's
course.
far away from road. Yep. Um, someone said, why they don't go in the train? They need to get me some food. You
Yeah,
just
of course. What else do you
can't.
want?
Yep. So lazy people. Of course, it's all free. Food, water, drinks, coffee, a lot of things.
Vodka?
Pampers from no, no
No?
alcohol. No. Maybe
Billy
we should
Naive?
ask about it.
Billy Naive?
Yeah. Yeah. Then I saw one girl make a massage from his cat. Oh, so sad story.
Like a heart massage, like trying to
Yes,
revive the
yes.
cat.
Breathe. And then we saw a medical car, and like a doctor run from our train. This girl ran from this doctor with the cat on his hand. Um, then they meet,
Mm-hmm.
and the doctor thought help need to cat. She said, "What? You're crazy! I'm a human doctor. I'm not for cat." It's just doctor comes to train, and this girl nothing can do with this cat.
So how
The
was
cat is
everything
dead.
doing in health-wise? Were people having any health problems on a train, or was everyone all right?
Um, one woman, old woman, just made crazy.
Went
How
crazy,
is it
yeah.
called?
Went crazy.
Went crazy. She moves from train um, and
From carriage to
ask,
carriage.
yeah, and ask everyone what they need because she's a volunteer, because she knows a driver. We're gonna drive soon. You just wait and something like this, and then we know that she have a daughter, and this daughter works from train and looks for his mother, and said she's just crazy. She's just weird story. Yeah.
Okay. So the morning comes, you get some food, you get some water, no one gives you vodka.
No.
What else happens?
Then we moved to Poland, and
No, tell the
they
disgusting part.
they all smile for us, so kind. They give us a toy, food for a child, for you, everything you want, everything you need. You can ask, and they gave it to you. It's so cute.
So yeah, you told that when you went to Poland, everyone was super nice and welcoming, and they were like smiling
Yeah.
and okay, and then you crossed into. Wait, did you go with a train to the border, or did you cross the border while on a train?
While to the city, from the border to the city.
So the train
Przemyśl,
from
I think, yeah.
the train from Lviv was going to the border
No, no, next.
in
From
the
the city,
Poland. Okay,
yes,
in
yes.
Poland already. Okay, nice. So you are in Poland, and in Poland you already had a place to stay, right?
Yes, I have a friend in Poland, and they met us on rail station and put on their car, and we drive also 16 hours to their apartment.
Yeah, because Poland is also a very big country, just as Ukraine is. Um, why? Because you went to Germany afterwards. Why did you choose Germany out of all the places?
Because also I have friends in Germany, and I think that in Poland too much Ukrainians.
Hmm. So you thought that
It's more harder to find some work.
okay, so you thought Germany. You had friends in Germany who invited you to stay with them, and also you thought there's more opportunities because less Ukrainians in
Yes,
Germany. Okay,
and I love Germany language.
okay. Uh, by the way, how is your German?
Not so good.
Not so
I'm
good.
still working on it.
Very good. Um, so now that you are in safety, let me ask you that morning when you wake up the first morning and you see those many missed phone calls and you call back and you find out the war has started. If you could go back in time to that moment, would you do anything differently or would you do everything the same as you did right now?
I think I do everything the same right now because we live our best life,
You did what you could.
And we need to live this experience with all these fighters or something.
Yes. So let me ask you a question that someone in my audience wanted to know. They asked, so when all of this ends, uh, do you wanna? Have you thought when all this ends, would you prefer, let's say, like, what I don't know, we don't know when. So, but when this ends, would you prefer staying in Germany or going back to Ukraine?
Stay in Germany.
Okay. Uh,
It's more safety for me and for my sons, more perspective. And in my city, destroyed almost 2,000 buildings. A lot of business leave Kharkiv, and I don't know get a job in Ukraine or not.
of course.
And a lot of bombs on the children garden,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
children
That's
place.
crazy.
Yeah, something like this. It's for now it's too dangerous.
But when it ends, still Germany. I would stay in Germany
Yeah.
too. I would still. There's a reason why I don't live in Latvia. And that is one of the reasons actually. Like I don't want to live so close to Russia, to be honest. It's one of the reasons why I don't live there. That's one of the reasons not to return there for long-term living. Okay, and now let me ask you, well, the simple question: What else? What else would you like to say to anyone listening, to the world? To I don't know.
The funny stories happened with me 1 week ago, maybe. In our apartment here in Germany came one man who gave us the letter for government. It's like you should go someplace and some date and do some paperwork. Okay, we done all this, and he speak Russian. He pro-Russian. He's old, like 50 years old maybe. And then can I ask you some question? And of course you can. Ask. And he asked, why did you go to the Germany if you can go to Russia? You can. I just, you're nuts. Or why we should do this? Because they are bombing us. They are our enemies, and we should go to Russia. And how? Because they tanks stay with Kharkiv and just can shoot on you. Okay, I just talked with him and I forgot about this. And then my friend, German friend, I told him the story, and he said, "What? How can he do this? Ask this. I need to write some complaint on on this man, And my mom, and she 50 years old also, she was born in USSR. And she said, no, it's trouble for us. We don't need trouble. We don't need all this and just be silent. He said, no. I just write complaint and that's all. I want to talk to you about this after USSR mind, and previously Russian people to say this after USSR mind. Then they should be silent, should not make any trouble, not get, and they be silent all of this 20 years when they put in, I don't know how many years he was the president.
Power, yeah.
And we all pay for this silence right now. You can be apolitical. You can be silent. You just should do something, and in the same moment, not wait 20 years when now they can do anything. They even can say the word war.
Yes. That is fucked up. I'm very happy to hear that you are in safety, that you are settled in Germany. What else would you like to say to anyone watching, listening?
I don't hate every Russian. I hate stupid people.
Of course.
Don't be stupid, please.
No, I have many Russian friends all over the place, but like, and there many of them are very amazing people, but at the same time, you have many people driving around in cars with the letter Z on it, and even in Latvia there were some problems with that. So, and I'm happy to see how there are countries where if you show on any support to Russia, like any Z or anything like that, that is a criminal offense. That is beautiful, because the thing is, when you get a criminal offense, you cannot move to another country, because many countries ask you for your criminal history. And if you have any criminal record, you cannot get residency there anymore. For example, if I wanted to move to any country outside of EU, like no one would give me a right. Many countries would, but the ones I want to go to wouldn't give me any options at all. Well, beautiful. I am glad to hear everything is all right. I'm glad to hear you're in safety. Thank you a lot for doing this for the second time. And by the way, your English after these 2 weeks is much better than on the previous podcast.
I'm sorry for my English. It's awful, I think.
It's much better than it was before. So thank you very much. And we will see each other soon when I will be in Europe.
Yeah, I'll wait for it.
Thanks for listening or watching, guys. And as I said, in a few days I'll be in Europe. I have one coaching spot in April and then again a few spots starting late May. So if you want to do something with me, then a link to find out more and sign up is in the description. If you are already daygaming and getting some numbers and you need to improve your text game, or you want to learn more what exactly to do on days, then I have several free video courses on daygamecourses.com. 2 courses on texting and 2 courses on dating. So go check those out. See you next time.